Hello friends, if you're new here, my name is Kathy. I'm a full-time eBay and Poshmark reseller. Let me show you what I'm shipping out here today. Starting off with this Chico's, it's like a kimono. I purchased this from Whatnot, I believe. So Whatnot, I'm usually buying a bunch of stuff anytime I watch an auction. So some things I get for $1, some things I get for $10 to $12. So on average, usually by the end of the show, I'm right around $8 per piece. So let's just say I have $8 into this. This one sold for $16.88 on eBay for me. This pair of sandals has taken, I want to say, over 2 years to sell, and I have no idea why. They're a really nice pair of Echo sandals, and I've done well with Echo shoes. I definitely feel like they're slowing down recently, but like when I bought these 2 years ago, they weren't slowed down. So I don't know if I just overpriced them a little bit too much to begin with, just because they're like in perfect condition. But Echo shoes are also really expensive. Like these sandals were probably $130 new, and I usually price around half of that for pre-owned. And these are pre-owned, but like new pre-owned. Anyways, I purchased these for $15 at just like a normal thrift store way back when. They finally sold for $36.75. So I don't know. I sold a pair of women's Echo sandals like last week, and those sold within just a few days for I think $30. So, and I don't think those were in as good of condition or as nice of a style, but I don't know. Sometimes you just don't know. All right. Another Whatnot item. This is the brand Aerie, just a crew neck, new at tag. So let's say I have about $8 into this. This one, somebody offered me $20 on Posh. So I know that's not a huge profit. Poshmark takes 20% of that, so I'm making $16. But if I paid $8, you know, I'm doubling my money. So I got about an $8 profit plus my original $8 back for a very quick sale. I think that's pretty good. You know, this got shipped to my house, so I did not have to go out and source it myself. You know, I sourced it off Whatnot, so I did have to watch the Whatnot auction, but I'm usually watching a Whatnot auction while I'm photographing or bagging or doing some other reseller related tasks. So I'm kind of like multitasking. So, you know, I am happy with a $8 profit. Something like this also is kind of oversaturated at the moment. I went into a regular Aerie store recently and saw a ton of these on clearance. So anybody could just go in the store and get one themselves. So I thought, to get my money back out of an item pretty quickly with a small profit, I'm perfectly happy with that. Another item I purchased from Whatnot. This is a pair of Under Armour Project Rock shorts. They are new with tag. Let's say I have about $8 into these, and this pair sold for $21.75 on eBay. This is a pair of Ultra women's sneakers. I did pay $25 for these at a regular Goodwill just like last week because they were in such good condition, like basically look new without box. I knew I like to at least double my money if I'm paying up, but you know, I thought I could at least make some profit pretty quickly, and I did. I don't know that I quite doubled. I sold these for $56.29, but after eBay fees, I'm probably, you know, I might be right around doubling, but definitely made at least a $20 profit here, which I think is good. It was a super easy listing to do, and it was a quick sale, so. All right. This is Time and True, which is just a Walmart brand, like bathing suit. The only reason I grabbed this at the Goodwill bins was because it was new with, well, I think it's new without tag. It still had the hygienic liner and, you know, like something hanging here that you could tell it hadn't been worn, so. Anyways, it only sold for $9, but something like this doesn't even quite weigh a pound, so I'm only in about $1 or so. So I'm happy with smaller sales. They definitely add up. Right. Another Goodwill bins find. This is a pair of Loft jeans. These sold for $21.75. I don't know if I said everything is plus shipping, and also, if you're new here, the Goodwill bins, everything I bought from there was $1.89 per pound. So something like a pair of jeans cost me about $3 out of pocket. Something like that swimsuit cost me about $1 out of pocket. All right, another Whatnot item. This is the brand Icelandic Design. It's just like a knit, I think it's a wool blend skirt. Let's say I have about $8 into that. This sold for $22.68 on eBay. Another Whatnot item. You guys, if you're not on Whatnot, I don't sell there, but I do buy a ton of stuff off there, so like source to flip on eBay and Poshmark. And there's some great deals on the app. So like if you have never joined Whatnot and you want to, I do have a code in my description. It's kind of random. So it says if you click it, you get anywhere from $10 to $200. So I think for the most part, people are getting like $10. But if you want to try out Whatnot, buy something, there's tons of new with tag stuff. You can get Christmas gifts on there as well. It's just kind of fun to watch a Whatnot auction, chat with other people in the comments, and honestly just get great deals. So yeah. If you want to click my link, I also get a kickback only if you use the money that you get. So like if you get $10, if you never spend that, I don't get anything. But if you spend your $10, I get whatever the amount you got is what I get as well. So I appreciate it. I do like to buy stuff for my family as well as sourcing for eBay and Poshmark. So anyways, this pair of, the brand is Ministry of Supply, new at tag leggings. Let's say I have about $8. This pair sold for $39 with discount shipping on Poshmark. So discount shipping means I offered the buyer. So the original shipping price on Posh is $6.49. So I offered them $1.50 off. So they only paid $4.99, and that $1.50 comes off of my profit. So, all right. This is a fun sale. It's just like, I think a handmade type thing. So it's a like little tissue cover, just like a little face. I have it stuffed with like packing paper just to keep it shaped, but it's really fun. I sold another one of these with like orange hair a couple months back for around the same price. So yeah, I found this at the Goodwill bins. This weighs just like 3 ounces. This sold for $44.25 on eBay plus shipping. This is actually also going to Finland, so the buyer's in quite a bit for international shipping as well. So I thought that was cool. Like weird sales, just like fun, weird stuff like that. All right, last and best sale of today. I'll just take out one to show you, but this is a set of Mikasa. I don't know if that's how you say that. These are the holiday traditions dinner plates. So I have a set of 8 dinner plates and then the same pattern of a veggie bowl. So I just lotted that all together. That's the pattern. And I found these in the Goodwill bins, our Goodwill bins. So I told you $1.89 per pound. That's for like clothes, shoes, and hard goods. But like for anything like dishware, it's only 79 cents a pound. So this is heavy. These weigh about total 14 pounds, but that mass out to around $12 is what I have out of pocket. And this set sold for $246.75. So I am thrilled with that. I am gonna see if my husband can help me package these up. I'm really scared about shipping glassware because I have, I've sold a ton, and like, I've probably shipped at least over 100 glass packages in my reselling career, but I would say maybe like 5 have broken, which is kind of a high breakage rate, I would say. So I don't want these to break. These are just a beautiful set, and I want the person to get to enjoy those for their Christmas. Thankfully, we're in Colorado, and these are just headed to Utah, so it's not a super far journey. But yeah, I'm gonna pad each plate probably individually and just make sure that they make it safely. That being said, when you ship, I don't know if it's only these are shipping Ground Advantage through USPS, and any package you ship Ground Advantage USPS, you get $100 of coverage already just built into the price you're paying for shipping. But since these are $246, it gave me an option to add extra coverage, which I did. It was only an additional like $4 and something. So I almost never add that, but I also almost never sell anything for over $100. If it was a pair of pants or shoes or something, I wouldn't have added it. But since this is a breakable item, I did add the extra $4 just in case, because if they do break, I should get insurance out the full $246. So just wanted to note that. And yeah, those are my sales for today. Thank you guys for watching, and I'm going to get these packed up into the post office, and I'll catch up with you in the next one. Bye, friends.